Hello everyone and welcome back to another league match here with the St Andrews University Staff Cricket Club. This time around we're up against the Wellington Firebirds and it seems we're fairly evenly matched. So let's get into it. Alright, here we are in lovely, sunny by the looks of it, St Andrews. We're welcoming the team from Wellington, New Zealand across.
Between the students and the Firebirds. I'm Michael Slater, and this is James Taylor.
Hey, Slats.
Only one major change to the lineup for St Andrews from our last league match. James Crooks drops out due to his injury. Still injured, of course.
Should be a good one.
Armstrong and McPherson both back in the lineup for today.
Going down to the middle now. The captains are there for the toss.
Right, Stan tossing the coin. Firebirds have called, and they've won the toss with a tail. And it's a bang regulation pitch. And Wellington have decided to bowl. So St Andrews, we're looking to set a decent target. The league at the moment's been quite high scoring, so they'll be looking in excess of 250, I'd imagine.
And we're just about ready.
But it depends how this Wellington team goes. McLennan on strike, Hamish Bennett into bowl. McLennan taps this into the onside, but it's straight at square leg. Bennett in again, second ball. And just prodded out into the covers.
Needs to be on target.
They get the innings
and St
started
Andrews
with a single.
off the mark. Brings Aaron Koshi on strike. Got a few runs this season, but hasn't been as dominant as he was last season. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery.
Tries to drive that, but mistimes.
Wellington have somewhat of a ring field here for Koshi. Where will he be looking to score?
Yes.
Not there as he's struck by that short delivery. And a tidy over so far from Bennett. He's in again. Koshi's punching this one off the back foot, splits the gap at cover. It might be hauled in here. Just beats a fielder into the rope,
right,
and that's the first boundary of the day, and Koshi's off the mark.
Newton, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the university end.
Well, Ollie Newton at the other end. And to Aaron Koshi.
Yes.
Koshi across the stumps, flicking this one hard down to fine leg. Batsmen think about two, but it's a great throw in there from the deep. Newton again.
Yes.
Koshi's punching this off the back foot once more through the gap. This one's again slowing down towards the boundary and won't make it. And a good chase out there means that St Andrews have to settle for 3.
And that's 3.
Bennett continuing into his second over. Into Koshi. Koshi's forward, hits the gap. This one will race away. No stopping that. 4 runs. Newton in again. Koshi hits this one through the gap. He's hit that firmly out to the cover point boundary. Another 4. He's in once more, bowling to Koshi. Full little inside edge.
Big appeal.
And yes, that's out, says the umpire. So Bennett's rewarded. There'll be no challenge from Koshi, and he goes for a quick 21. St Andrews 1 for 29. And that brings Earnshaw to the crease.
The wall is the new batsman.
Bennett into him. Pushing this out into the covers, running with the shot.
Getting on with the job right away.
Off the mark.
This bowler really can get these spinning a long way. Let's see how they go.
Well, Malcolm Nofel into the attack. Early introduction of spin here from the Firebirds. And Earnshaw's across the stumps, flicking that down towards fine leg. Just get 1. 1 run so far. One has McLennan
Great shot.
walking across the stumps and chipping it up over fine leg. Fielder had moved round. 1 for 50. Oh, this is chipped up in the air. That's not a good shot at all from McLennan, but he's been put down at mid-off. Wow, that's a life.
A change in the bowling lineup.
And after that drop catch, we've got Jeetan Patel into the attack. Played along the ground into the covers. Much more circumspect shot from McLennan there. Earnshaw on strike now. He's 11. So this one's drifting into his pads.
And placement.
He's clipped it up over fine leg. The fielder won't get there. Another 4 runs. 4-4, Patel in. Earnshaw firmly strikes that along the ground, out through the covers.
And that's 4.
It's just a little bit too full from Patel, and Earnshaw gets all of it. Old Jeetan Patel to continue. Got 3 men back on the onside. But no one back at fine leg. And he's got a lot of that one. 2 bounces over the rope for 4. And just leaning on that one this time is McLennan. He's hit the gap, and there's a man running around the boundary, tips it back in, but the batsman will get back for 3.
Nice fielding there.
A beautiful
Good
stroke.
return. This partnership is now worth
And
50.
a beautiful
Great
way to
batting
bring
out
up
there.
50 for the partnership. Final ball of the over. Earnshaw's across the
And there's
stumps. He's
air
hit
on
this
this.
high. There's a man back, but it won't matter. It's into the crowd. Over the boundary at least. Tell in again to Earnshaw. And he clips this up
That's
over
4.
the field,
Superb
out to
shot.
the boundary for 4.
Change of bowling, the medium pacer is coming into the attack.
Well, my old pal, James Neesham, into bowl.
Mistimes
First
that
ball's
one.
tidy. Oh, in comes Patel. He's moved 2 around the wicket to Earnshaw. This one's full and flicked off his pads. Through for a single, and that brings up the 100 for St Andrews. Patel into McLennan. He's hit this high in the air. There is a man back there, and he can't take the
Drop that
catch. It's not good work there out on the boundary. The batsmen are back for 2, and McLennan gets his 2nd life. Last ball of the 17th over for Neesham. And it's just lent on down to 3rd man. That'll be a single, and that'll be 50 for James Earnshaw.
And that brings up the batsman's
He makes it 50. Great batting.
43 balls, so he's really upped his pace from early on. Take a look at his spider there. One beautiful 4 along the ground through the covers, and then the others coming off the spinners. Neesham in for over number 3. Going to McLennan. Full driven, and it's caught and
Oh,
bowled.
great catch. Quick reactions, and he takes it.
Good reactions there from Neesham. Just chipped it up slightly, did McLennan, and his innings comes to an end.
caught out for 39.
1-4 in that. Did well to rotate the strike.
The right-hander is coming into bat at number 4.
And in comes Jason Segal to the crease. Be happy to break that partnership with Firebirds. And Neesham's in.
No!
Segal trying to run that down to 3rd man. Neesham in once more. This one had a little less on it from Segal. And they're
One
through
more
for a
added.
single. Segal on 5, Neesham in. He goes to pull that,
He's
gets
trapped
it
in
behind
front there.
square. Oh no, they've gone for the leg by. The keeper's around to it quickly, and I think Earnshaw's out. That
Never
is
looked like
out.
getting home there. Took the
Run
gamble
out
against
for
the fielder
55.
and lost badly.
It was his call. He was looking for that run. And St Andrews lose their 3rd wicket.
Franklin is the new batsman.
Franklin out to the crease. Neesham into him. Franklin flicks this off his legs. Off the mark, first ball. Last ball of the over. Another tidy one for Neesham. He's into Franklin, who tries to hit him up over cover. There's a man back. He takes the catch.
That's a very helpful catch.
And Franklin goes. Neesham takes another.
The dismissed batsman
And St
caught out
Andrews
for 1.
suddenly in a spot of bother here. 4 for 126.
126. The left-handed batsman is coming
This bowler
in.
knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go.
With the spinner.
Well, new batsman and new bowler here. Murphy back into the attack. It's Hayes out to bat.
Doesn't play that one well.
Murphy in again. Outside off stump. Hayes hitting that out to mid-off. Through quickly for the single.
Hayes is off the mark.
Last ball. Murphy into Seagal, who hits this firmly up
Great
and
shot.
over fine leg. 2 bounces, 4 runs. And a good bit of intent there shown by Seagal. Bennett to continue. Oh, I think that was
Chance goes
dropped.
down. Sloppy fielding.
Seagal hit that firmly at the slips. Gone down. Oh, that
Absolutely
struck
middled
well.
that.
He has smashed that out to the cover point boundary. Good answer to being dropped there from Seagal. He moves on to 18. A on 6. Bennett to continue. Edge this time and he's
Probably
caught.
the hardest part of taking that
Oh, he
catch
just got a bit
is
carried
being
away,
worried about
Seagal.
dropping such
Was
an
looking
easy
for another
chance.
drive through the covers. Gets the edge and it's a great catch.
Making a long walk back to the pavilion. Caught
Goes
out
for 18.
Armstrong, the new batsman, and there's a big task ahead of them to steady this
Well,
innings.
Armstrong out to bat. Still a long time left in this innings. 20 overs and 2 balls as Bennett's into him. Oh, plays and misses. That's a
Very
great
troubling
line.
line there from the bowler.
5 for 146 St Andrews. Last ball of the 25th over. Bennett's in. Armstrong drives that out to extra cover. He's
Ends
off
the
the mark.
over.
Rifle to continue. Bowling to Armstrong. Armstrong strikes
Oh,
this
great
firmly
shot.
down towards fine leg. Fielder won't get there. All the way along the ground too. Beautiful stroke. Good rotation of the strike here from this pair. And Bennett's in again. Bull and Armstrong's
Perfect
flaying
technique
that out
and placement.
along the ground through the covers. Not great footwork there, but he's got a lot of bat on it. 2 balls left in the over. Fell to Armstrong. Flips this one
Middle that
high in
one.
the air.
Great timing.
There's no one back and it's running out towards the boundary. He's got this finer than the last one and it'll be 4. Bennett to Hay. Hay flazes through
Oh,
the
nice
offside.
shot.
Feet don't really go anywhere, but he stands and hits. Gets it away for 4. Fell into Hay. Oh, and he's got a little feather on that
But
one.
was there anything to shout about?
The
Oh, that's
Firebirds
unfortunate
get a
for
key
Josh
wicket
Hay.
here.
Don't quite know what went wrong with that. He was looking to play straight. Just gets a little feather through to the keeper. And this partnership comes to an end. It was a fruitful one for St Andrews. But now we have Alex Haynes at the crease.
The new batsman arrives at the crease.
6 for 184. Tell into Haynes. Haynes across his stumps. Looks into the leg
Chance.
side.
That'll settle his nerves. Good
2 for
shot
1.
first up.
2 left in the over. Patel in. Armstrong's across the stumps.
Well
Gets a
played.
fair amount of that one. Gonna go over the rope. 1 bounce. 4 runs. Patel into Armstrong. Fires this along the ground down to fine leg. That'll go for 4.
Great timing.
And that's a
Races to the
200 up
boundary.
to St Andrews. Moves Armstrong into the 40s. Haynes on 3. As Patel's staying around the wicket. Haynes is a long way across the
Hit that
stumps.
hard and fast.
Flips this up in the air. Over fine leg. And out to the boundary for 4. Haynes on 7 as Patel continues. Again, bowling outside leg stump, and Haynes got a lot of this one. It's all the
Right
way
out of
for
the middle of
6.
the bat. Glorious 6.
Haynes 19 off 10. As Patel's in once more. Again, he's down leg. Again,
in
Haynes
there.
swings it over fine leg. And it's gone all the way. 100 metres that time.
Gibson, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Well, interesting time to introduce a new bowler. 11 overs left. St Andrews 6 for 238. 34 even. And this first ball by Gibson is knocked into the onside. Batsman coming back for 2. Gonna have to get his skates on here, and he does.
He has played well
And
here.
that's 50 for
Positive
Armstrong.
and exciting batting to get to
5
50.
boundaries. No 6s, but he's done it at a fair clip. As Gibson's in once more. Armstrong hits us in the air. It's straight at square leg, and I don't know what he was doing.
Would have known the result. Easy catch.
He just got none of that and ended up lifting it straight to square leg. And Daniel Armstrong goes for 52.
The right-hander is coming into bat.
Tiger is the new batsman. It is now out in the middle.
Well, in earlier than they would have hoped, Jack McPherson. And Gibson takes the wicket as McPherson knocks that one down to mid-off.
Good bowling in that over.
This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty
another
tweak.
new bowler.
Let's see how they go.
Ravindra into the attack. Bowling to Haynes. Haynes has hit this hard.
Absolutely middled that.
Well, he's not going to let this bowler settle in. Well, Ravindra to McPherson. His first ball to him. As McPherson just knocks that one down straight and he's off the
Tiger
mark.
is off the mark.
Brings Haynes back on strike. Gibson into him. Across the stumps, hitting firmly into the onside. Doesn't quite get it fine enough to get
And
2.
through for 1.
But that's the 250 up. Binder now to Haynes. And Haynes gets all of this one. That might be the biggest of the day.
That's massive. What a shot.
Gibson in now to McPherson. McPherson hits this
And
high
this
in
is
the air. Is it gonna get over the man who's running back to chase it? Yes, it will. Falls safely. One bounce into the side screen. Last ball for Newton. Then bowls, and McPherson's trying to lift that up and over the field. And mid-off takes an easy catch in the end. Not great batting there by the St Andrews tail-ender, but can't really blame him.
Batsman making the long walk back to the pavilion.
Goes for 15. Court Neesham bowled Newton. St Andrews 8 for 276.
Change of bowling. The captain is going with the spinner.
Rifle in to the new batsman Jess. Works this through square leg. The through for 1. Jess is thinking about 2, but in the end they decide
Another run
against it.
added.
Rifle in once more. Haynes is across the stumps, hits it into his pad. It's high in the air and it's taken.
A fantastic catch taken by the fielder, jumping high in the air to gather
And
that
Alex
in.
Haynes goes for a well-made 49, providing the impetus in the innings when St Andrews needed it. But
The new
now,
batsman
a
will be
little bit
down
of
at the
trouble.
non-strikers end.
9 for 277.
Miller
These
is
last
the
2
new
batsmen will
batsman.
be
It is now
looking
out
to
in the middle.
steward St Andrews through the final 4 and a bit overs. Miller's forward, can't beat the bowler. Even 20 odd would probably be enough. This one's clipped through square leg. Get a single. 9 for 291. Newton in to bowl his last over. It's hit in the air down towards fine leg.
And placement.
Saw an opportunity and pounced on it. Oval in again. Bull at his pads. Just flicks us out to the boundary. It'll just be one, but that's the 300 for St Andrews. Oval in again. Miller on 14. He gets more of that one.
Right out of the middle.
That'll be out to the boundary for 4. 306 now for St Andrews. Full in. Again it's leg side, again it's out round the corner, and again it'll be 4 runs. 310.
It goes for 4.
Well, in an innings where St Andrews used every batsman available to them, they end up with 9 for 310. With just about everyone, the exception of Franklin, doing their bit. Will that highly competitive total be enough? Let's see. Alright, and here we are, ready for the first ball of the Firebirds innings. McPherson into Fletcher.
Yes.
First ball's driven out into the covers. Through for a single, and that's the
They
Firebirds
get the
off the
innings
mark.
started with a single.
Person now to the left-handed Ravindra.
Right there.
Pushing back. Fifth ball, McPherson's in, just gets a little leg side there. Goes around to do the fielding. Well, here we have Armstrong to Ravindra. On shorter and picked up. Through back with square leg. Miller's after it. Batsman will get 2. Will they come back for 3? They're turning for 3. And yeah, well run in the end.
Good running. That's 3.
Final ball of Armstrong's over. Been a good one so far.
Yeah, mate.
That one drifts
Perfection.
into the pads and he's
What a
lifted
brilliant
up
shot.
over back with square leg. One bounce out to the boundary for 4. Third ball of the over.
Yes.
And short and finds the edge. Lashes out to the boundary for 4. Armstrong in.
Yes.
Finds the edge. It doesn't quite carry the first slip. Nice bowling from Armstrong. And again, this one's hit high in the air. It's going to beat mid-on, mid-off. And run out towards the boundary.
And that gets to the boundary.
Bit of luck for the batsman.
4 runs.
But it's 4 runs. 2 balls left in the over for Armstrong. Oh, and he's knocked
Taken
out
all
off
ends up
stump.
by that.
What a beautiful in-swinging delivery.
Starting batsman bowled for
And
11.
Fletcher has to go bowled for 11.
1 for 27.
That brings Conway to the crease.
Conway
Good record
is the
there.
new batsman about to face his first ball.
And 2 left-handed batsmen. Armstrong in again.
Right there.
Dot
And
ball
that
to
ends a
finish.
big over.
Vindra on strike, he's on 16. Little feather through to McLennan. He dives and takes the catch.
Loud shout.
That's a wicket for
a
McPherson
magnificent
and
take.
2 wickets
Diving
in
and
4
takes the
balls
big
for St
wicket.
Andrews. Don't think there'll be any questions asked here. No, he's happy with it, and Rasheen Ravinda goes caught McLennan, bowled McPherson, and now Michael Bracewell comes out to join Conway. Again, another left-hander for the Firebirds. That's full, hit into his pad. Does not go to hand though.
Another run added.
Listen to Conway now. It's lifted in the air out to the man at deep cover point. He takes the catch, no mistakes made, and Conway goes for a duck. The Firebirds losing wickets thick and fast here. 3 for 28, having been none for 27.
The new batsman will be down at the non-striker's end.
Nishan's first ball. Person into him. Full, or a little tickle through to the keeper. Brings Nishan back on strike. He's still yet to get off the mark. Muscles this one straight. Gets it up over mid-off. That's one way to get on the board. Nishan looking in a bit of form here. He's on 6. Final ball of the over. Finds the edge and is running away towards the boundary. Hayes after it. Will he cut it off? Might just get there. He does. Great work from Joshua Hay.
End of the over.
They keep it to 3. And an expensive over in the end. Armstrong in for his 5th. 1 for 27 so far. Been a little bit expensive. Into Bracewell. Finds the edge and it falls safely. Fielders are after it, but they're not going to catch this one, I don't think.
Great shot.
No, they
4
don't.
runs.
4 runs.
This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go.
Well, 11 overs gone, and we have our first change in the bowling. Earnshaw in quite early. On to Bracewell. Crosses stumps. Bring it out to mid-wicket. Third ball, Earnshaw to Bracewell. This one's hit in the air.
What a good
up
shot.
over mid-wicket. Fielder on the boundary, won't reach it. 4 runs.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the university end.
Well, double change here. Alex Haynes into the lineup to replace McPherson. First ball finds the inside edge of Nishan's bat. It's going to run away towards the fine leg boundary. And yeah, it beats Pat. Final delivery. Earnshaw's in. This one's hit up in the air.
Way too full and sent racing away to the boundary.
Man back. Doesn't quite get round to it. B4. Earnshaw to Bracewell, sweeping. And gets it through the gap at mid-on. Haynes is after it. Going to be able to stop 3? No, he can't stop 3.
Very nice throw back there. Good fielding. 50 up for the 2 in the
And
middle.
here we go, 50 partnership between these two. They came together when Wellington were in a bit of trouble. One's full,
Picks
driven
that
out
one nicely.
through the
Good shot.
covers. I don't know how that's pierced the field, but it has. Out to the boundary for 4. Venturing again. Oh,
Very
just
troubling
beats the
line
outside
there
edge
from the
and off
bowler.
stump. Ends in again for his 4th. This one's cut and cut in the air.
4. Superb
Away
shot.
through the field for 4. Top bowling here from Earnshaw. Last ball of his 5th over. Hit high in the air. Man at long off is running around. Knocks it back into the field of play. And McPherson does well out there. Still going to be 3.
Comes to an end. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the university end.
Well, with score 3 for 97. 20 overs gone. Franklin goes to Miller. Finds an edge. First ball. But it doesn't carry. Miller's in again. This one's hit
Full ball and got on
firmer
top of it
into the
early.
gap. Up over point. Way to the boundary for 4, and that's 100 up for the Firebirds. Wellington 3 for 103. Isham on 31 as Miller's in once more. Shorter this time. Hit straighter, but still in the gap.
4 runs there. Super shot.
Way to the boundary for 4. Isham on 35. Miller's into him. Little faint edge. Can McLennan take the catch? Yes, he can.
Big appeal, but did the batsman get anything on it? The captain
Umpire
making
says
the change
yes,
to the
and
bowlers and pays dividends
Miller, who got an
immediately.
edge with his first
Great
ball that
move,
didn't carry
great
through,
bowling.
gets one with his final ball of his first over.
A
And
solid innings
Neesham,
come to an end. Good batting.
potentially destructive batsman, goes. Caught McLennan for 35. Brings another left-hander. And no full. Earnshaw's into him. Flipped out to mid-wicket. Earnshaw's in shorter this time, outside off stump.
Super
Lifted
shot
up in the air. Over the offside. Man back. Pushes it back into the field of play, but gonna get back for 3.
They get 3.
Who left for Miller in his second over. He's 1 for 13.
Yes.
Into Bracewell, gets the inside edge this time, and it's running away towards the boundary. Seagal's after it. It is slowing up. The batsmen have time to turn for 4. Seagal's throw's coming in. Oh, a better throw, and if McLennan had actually hit the stumps, that would have been close.
And that's 50.
But that brings up 50 for Michael Bracewell. And here we have Bracewell's wagon wheel, his spider, scoring all round the ground today. All the over. This one's up and underneath it.
Perfection. What a brilliant
He's played
shot.
that well, out to the boundary for 4. Hit that off leg stump. 2 left in the over. This one's a little bit wider from Earnshaw.
Good shot.
Hit up in the air. Armstrong can't get round to it. It's 4 runs. Bracewell moves on to 63. Miller's in again. This one's lifted up over the field. There's a man back. Will he get round to it? No, he can't.
4 runs. The
One
bowler
bounce,
will
4
know that
runs.
ball deserved to be smacked to the boundary.
Bracewell 67 now. Miller's into him. He lifts this one over
Nicely
the
played.
onside. That'll be 4 more. Up over wide mid-on. And bit of intent being shown by the Wellington batsman now.
Hayes, the left-arm fast bowler, is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end.
Well, it's been a long time coming. St Andrews, a lot of bowling today. We finally see the left arm of A coming in over the wicket. Top ball first up. A into Bracewell. Driving inside edge. It's going to run away towards the boundary. Seagal's after it. Even if he gets there, I'm not sure if he can stop 4 from the batsman. Oh, he ends up doing well. Good throw
And they
in.
get back for
Does stop
3.
4, but that's the 150 up for the Firebirds. 2 balls left in the over. And shorter and picked up.
Short and punched
And
away.
put away. Out to the boundary for 4. Not a great ball that from Hay. And he's dealt with.
This bowler really
Well,
can
another
get
change
these
in the
spinning a
bowling.
long way. Let's see how they go.
Got Stan Franklin into the attack. Didn't have a great day with the bat, Stan. Only faced 2 balls for his 1 run before being caught at cover. Oh, and that's a good start with the ball. Franklin to Bracewell. This one's hit high in the air. The man at mid-on is coming forward to try and take the catch. And he takes it.
React to that and takes it.
Well caught in the end. Franklin gets the wicket. And it's the prize scalp of Michael Bracewell.
Caught out for 84.
Caught Haynes, bowled Franklin for 84. And as Jamie Gibson comes to the crease, you've
So the
got
new
to think
batsman is at the crease.
that Wellington have left a little bit too much for their tail enders to do. Franklin's in, and this is knocked into the leg side. Hay into Nofel now. Shorter finds an inside edge. It's going to run away for 4. No one back there. Well, with 9 overs remaining. Firebirds need another 125 runs. Would take a miracle here. This one swung up over the leg side. Man back on the boundary, but somehow Hay does not get to that. Franklin in again. Again, it's outside off stump, played away through the air. Misfield out on the boundary by Armstrong. Can he pick the ball up? No, he can't. He's just standing over it. And they're back for 3. 117 now from 50 balls. Franklin in. It's outside off stump, lifted up over point. That's going to go for 4. Armstrong's certainly not going to catch it. A into bowl. This one's full outside off stump, edged along the ground. Jess is after it. He's going to cut it off. And he gets the throw up and in the air in time to stop 3.
Nice running there.
That's a 200 up for the Firebirds. A and again. Again finds the edge, and again it's knocked on to hand. This one's going to be 4. 5 for 206. Firebirds need a lot here, but they've got the luck of the green at the moment.
Playing all their shots that over. Very expensive.
Patrick, the pace bowler, is coming into the attack from the pavilion end.
Well, here we have Patrick Jess into the attack for the first time today. Highly qualified death bowler in this form of the game. First ball's lifted over the field straight down to McPherson. Rifle on 49. As he lifts this one over backward square.
Played nicely.
1 bounce, 4 runs. That's the best shot he's played in a while. And that is one of the scratchiest half centuries you will see. Malcolm Knopfel, 53 from 52 balls. 5 for 233, the Firebirds. Oh, and that's a better shot. He's lifted that one up over backward square leg. 1 bounce, 4 runs.
Great shot.
74 from 25 needed now. Still would need a miracle, the Firebirds. But they have got 3 4s in a row, as that one goes up over square leg. And here we see Malcolm Knopfel's wagon wheel. Looks much more impressive after those last 3 boundaries. Yes, and again. One's full, finds the outside edge. But it's going to run away towards the boundary. Looks like they'll get 3. Good chase out there.
3 there.
Yes, and again. This one's a full toss. Head up over backward square leg. Out to the boundary for 4.
Super stuff that. 1 bounce, 4 runs.
Well, that's the 250 up for the Firebirds. 61 from 21. This is in. Outside edge through to the keeper. It's a good ball.
The right arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the university end.
Well, Armstrong in for the 43rd, and we assume the 45th over. This one's lifted up over the offside. Will beat the man who again is just jogging around the boundary.
Beautiful shot.
Armstrong to Knopfel. Lifted up over the leg side. It's got a lot of legs on it. 1 bounce, 4 runs.
Shot. 4.
And Jess is in again. Full and wide. Hit out to Armstrong on the boundary. Picks it up cleanly. Can't stop 2 though. And 100 runs for these 2. Come up in no time at all. Armstrong into Knopfel now. Full and
what a good
leave
shot.
it up over the leg side. Mid-wicket can't cut it off. 4 runs. Armstrong in again. Full help through the leg side. Out towards the boundary. Franklin picks it up. Fires it in and they get 2.
He makes it 50. Great batting.
Jamie Gibson makes it to 50. Solid innings from him. Meanwhile, there's one ball left in the match and Wellington need 35. So, yeah, good win for St Andrews. Little outside edge. They get a wicket with the last delivery. Armstrong takes another, McLennan gets another catch.
This has been a
and
key partnership.
way to end the match on a positive here for St Andrews. There'll be no complaints
It's very
there.
helpful knock,
Jamie
and an
Gibson
equally
goes, caught
helpful
McLennan,
wicket.
bowled Armstrong for 50 from the final ball of the match. Here we see his spider very briefly. Lots of twos. We can see the St Andrews field is tiring at this point. Well, and there you have it, folks. St Andrews back to their winning ways in the league. After being sent into bat, St Andrews ended with 310. Now, we've already had a good look at how they got there. Great contributions from McLennan, Earnshaw, Armstrong, and Haynes, with Koshy up the top and Miller down the bottom along with Jess, setting a tone at the beginning and the end, which helped St Andrews accelerate through a middling set of middle overs, at times being tied down by some good Wellington bowling. We take a look at that, and Bennett up the top had an expensive second spell, 2 for 56. Ollie Newton was good, 1 for 43. Malcolm Nofel, 1 for 73, a bit expensive. Kept bowling into the St Andrews pads. Same with Jeetan Patel, 1 for 79 off 8. Jimmy Neesham, probably the pick of the bowlers. Unfortunate that he didn't get bowled out. 5 overs, 2 for 19. Gibson 2 bowled well, 1 for 17 from his 3. And Ravindra at the end, going for a few, 2 overs, none for 21. 9 wides in that Firebirds bowling effort. 1 no ball as well. And that really helped St Andrews push past 300, 310 for 9. And in reply, taking a look at the Firebirds scorecard now, they got off to an alright start. Wasn't off with a hiss and a roar, but they got to 27 without loss, and then tragedy struck as Armstrong bowled Fletcher. 4 balls later, Ravindra was out, caught McLennan and bowled McPherson, and then when Conway was caught on the boundary for a second ball duck, Wellington were in all sorts of trouble, 3 for 28. But then they had a series of really good partnerships. Bracewell and Neesham, then Bracewell and Knopfel, and finally Knopfel and Gibson, seeing the Firebirds through to what would have, if they were batting first, been a very competitive score of 276. In the end, they were 35 runs short, getting their 6 wickets down. Pick of the batsman, Michael Bracewell, without a doubt. Malcolm Knopfel made it to 80 not out, but looked awful at times. Looking at the St Andrews bowlers, McPherson outstanding, 6 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 14. Brilliant at the top once more, setting that tone. Armstrong taking 2 as well, 2 for 57 from his 7 overs. A little bit expensive, but again, Armstrong a little bit unlucky. A lot of the edges that he found flew through gaps in the field and went out to the boundary for 4. Earnshaw tidy. Nice to see him back to his tidy ways. 9 overs, none for 34. Haynes a little bit expensive, none for 27. Miller 1 for 42. Hay none for 38. He, much like Armstrong, suffered from a lot of bad luck. Franklin 1 for 42, got that prized wicket of Bracewell, and Jess at the end doing his job. 3 overs, none for 22. So that was the Firebirds innings, ending up 34 runs short, 35 runs short of their target. Man of the match today is Dan Armstrong for his 52 and 2 wickets. I think that's probably fair enough. With that result in the books, should we see what else has happened this week in the league? Well, elsewhere in week 6, round 6 of the International Invitational Club League, we had Cape Cobras heading over to Barbados to take on the Pride. Cobras batting first, getting to 5 for 286 on the back of 117 from Saif Kleinhans and 74 from Jacob Miles. Sharma Springer the pick of the Barbadian bowlers, 3 for 50. In reply, Barbados 2 for 290. Lenico Boucher 161 off 144. And then Shane Mosley 56 off 65. Wow, what a chase. They did it with also a full over and a half left, 10 balls remaining. So Barbados wins by 8 wickets. Man of the match, Renico Boucher. Who else? In other matches, Sussex headed over to the subcontinent, making their way to Bengal, where they batted first. 9 for 262 Sussex. Stjan van Zyl, 63. Phil Salt, 40, the pick of the Sussex batsman. Sudeep Chatterjee, 4 for 64, best of the Bengal bowlers. In reply, Bengal, 8 for 263, winning by 2 wickets. Manoj Tiwari, 100 off 126. Goswami, 78 from 64 deliveries. Best of the Sussex bowlers, Danny Briggs, 3 for 36. Man of the match, Sudeep Chatterjee, 4 wickets in that first innings. And Bengal, I believe that's their first win of the league. And in our final match, we had Somerset heading down to Allan Border Field to take on the Queensland Bulls. The Bulls batting first, getting to 290 for 2. Marnus Labuschagne, 119 not out of 101. Sam Heslett, 73 from 61. And Charlie Hemphrey, 62 not out from 68. Not much you can say about that. That's an explosive and destructive batting performance by Queensland. In reply, Somerset, 9 for 255, didn't have it in the end. James Hildreth, 67, and Tom Abel, 48, the only batsman to make it over 30. Mark Steketee, the best of the Queensland bowlers, 3 for 47 for him, and man of the match, of course, Marnus Labuschagne. So Queensland get the win there. Let's take a look at the points table. And after 6 rounds, here we have the points table. Queensland Bulls out there in outright first place, 5 wins from their 6 matches. Barbados and St Andrews there in second place, separated by bonus points. Barbados ahead there. In 4th place and 5th place, we have the Cobras and Sussex. The Cobras ahead by 2 bonus points there as well. Wellington and Somerset then helped to round out the table in 6th and 7th, 2 wins from their 6 matches. And Bengal down there in last place, finally notching up a win. Good to see them on the board. They've got 1 win from their 6 matches. And there we have it. The league after 6 rounds. Still got a lot of cricket to go, so anything could happen. I hope you've enjoyed this match. It's good to get back on the winning side of things. I've been Jim the editor, and I hope you hear from me soon.